Hey everybody, welcome to our review of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I am Dan Merle. I am quipless today.
I am Roth Cornett, and I'm saddened by the quiplessness of this review, but I am extremely delighted that one of my most anticipated movies of the year, and I really mean that, I had so much curiosity around this, each piece of footage that we saw sort of got me more and more excited about the direction they were taking creatively. And boy, did it deliver. This is such a good movie. And I am so hopeful that the box office that delivers the warranted result on this one. I'm a little worried.
I have not rooted for a movie to succeed the way that I'm rooting for this movie to succeed in quite a while. This is hands down my favorite animated film of the year so far, and might be my favorite comic book movie of the year so far. I know that, and that's not to denigrate any other comic book movie that's come out this year. There have been a lot of good ones. I really like this movie.
I really, really like this movie. And let's just start getting into it. I think that the things that work about this so well are manifold, but they also speak to the benefits of animation, which the benefits of animation is that it goes at a slower pace. And so you're able to refine and refine and refine this when people do, theoretically, the story along the way. This is so smartly constructed, not just in terms of this is literally a comic book come to life. This isn't riffing on the kind of artwork you've seen in comic books. It is bringing it out of the page and to life on screen the way we have never seen done before. And then it's taking these stories that you know so well, if you know them, and maybe if you don't know them well at all, delivering them in a way that works for both audiences, which is very difficult to do. It's speaking to the hardest of the hardcore fans, but it's broad enough in terms of its textures to speak to an audience that is less familiar with all of these different versions of Spider-Man.
Yeah, the animation in this film is stunning.
Just beautiful.
This should be nominated for Best Animated Film. I don't know if it will be.
Oh,
but it
must be.
It should be. But it's not just a technical thing. They take a very difficult concept to... Comic book fans know about multiverses.
Sure.
They understand. But they take that concept and they make it very easy, without talking down and oversimplifying.
They have fun with it.
They have fun with it. They make it very easy to understand what's going on. And I'm sure if you go back into the Screen Junkies library, I was as skeptical as anybody. What is Sony doing? They got Spider-Man, and now they're doing a Venom without Spider-Man, and now they're doing a third Spider-Man series, animated series. They don't know, like, what are they doing? I was wrong. They pull this movie off amazingly. Roth, we talked here last week about how Creed 2, how I liked it so much that I didn't want there to be another one because I loved where they took the characters.
So is that similar here?
No. I walked out. It's one of the first movies in a long time that I remember walking out of saying, like, I cannot wait for them to make another one of these.
Good.
I cannot wait to see the next one of these.
Because there's more story there to be told. This is a complete story in and of itself, and there's more story there to be told. Now, to be clear, this was not directed by Chris Miller and Phil Lord. They produced the movie. Miller, I think, has the co-writing
screenplay credit. Yes.
And Lord, I saw somewhere had a story credit. In any event, their
fingerprints are all
over it, and you can really see it. And Sony's certainly putting them front and center in the promotion. I think largely because they are names that we will respond to.
Yes.
But also, I believe they were creatively driving this, and the reason is it does some of the things that they do so well, which is that and in a subtler way here. It reflects on the genre it's in. It understands the genre it's in. It plays with it. It plays with the tropes and then against it. So there's this overarching story of Miles Morales, right? And then there are these subset of different Spider-Men from the different Spider-Verse. We know Gwen Stacy is in it. We know that Peter Parker is in it. That said, it takes this story with Miles Morales, and it basically does what a brilliant film does, and we learn this in adaptation.
Yes.
It tells you what it's going to do, and then it does it, but in a way that still surprises you. Leaves room for just enough surprise to keep you engaged with the audience, but it's a complete fulfillment of its intent by the time it completes.
Well, and it also is able to juggle...
I feel like that's going to make so much more sense after you see it, what I just said.
It's also able to juggle so many different tones.
Yes.
Which I know is people say it's overused, tone, but it's largely because there's a lot of movies that don't succeed at doing different tones. They skew one way or the other. This is not had the edges sanded off. There are some dark moments in this movie, very dark.
Very much.
But it's also really, really funny at the same time. It is heartfelt. It is action packed. And again, the design of this film. The end of this movie could have been very packed and overwhelming and just a cacophony, and it's not. And I think largely because it's designed so well to take advantage of this sort of comic come to life, that the way that they use geometry, perspective, shapes, some things are 2D, some things are 3D, the way that they visualize the events in this film and the physical effects that it has.
And what you can do in animation that you can't do in live action, it takes advantage of so well, so that I do think it would have felt like a cacophony in live action.
Yeah, very likely.
It's just stunning to behold in this animated form. It's just beautiful. It's like watching a painting.
It is. It's like watching a painting come to life for an hour and a half. I really love this movie.
I do too.
I really, really like this movie a lot.
And it's rare because, first of all, like, I think we just have to highlight what we were saying. It's so clear in its intent. It knows what it wants to do. It's so precisely crafted that these things that feel like they should be competing in a sense for prevalence never do. This is a very clear protagonist with support characters that underscore the emotional arc he's taking. And he's and like Spider-Man should, it deals with the fun and the joy of being a superhero, but also the challenges and the foibles and the pain of it. I love this movie. I really do. And I was anticipating it so much, it could only disappoint me, and it didn't.
I tried to check my expectations at the door, as I always do. I love the look of this film. I love how the trailers look, but I walked in trying to just say, I'm just going to let it do what it does. And it surpassed whatever expectation I wasn't able to drop walking in. I almost want to, I could keep on, but really more than anything, like, I want this to be the part of the review where we say, like, listen,
just go
we
see
get it. Spider-Man was in Infinity War, and there's a Venom movie, and this is the third Spider-Man related film coming out this year, and it's very easy to say, like, I've seen it. I've seen Spider-Man. It looks like it's for kids. It looks like it's like just a cartoon. I'm not gonna like it. Please don't. This is the best. This is better than Venom easily. And this is from a guy who barely liked Venom. Way better than Venom. So much better than Venom.
But it's one of the best superhero movies we've seen this year.
It is one of the best superhero movies this year. Like I said, possibly my favorite. I have to really put that into context. It is worth seeing it on the big screen. The animation is incredible. The story is great. The characters are great. The voice performances are great. It's funny.
Moves.
Yeah.
Great villains.
Great villains. Not a dull moment in it.
Yeah. Like, they end up being kind of scary.
They do. It's very self-aware of what it is, but at the same time, it's not just a commentary on Spider-Man. It is a Spider-Man adventure, and a great Spider-Man adventure. It is a franchise starter, but you only get more of them if people go see it. And we get so many sequels to movies that people go see that aren't good, and we get like 8 Pirates of the Caribbean's when they've only made like 1.5 good ones. Go support this one, because this is something that we should get more of, because the team behind this is great. The story's great. I want to see more, but it's not up to me. We can only do our part, which is to tell you to go see it.
Yeah, because I agree with you. The fact that this movie exceeded, and I'm owning this is really something I've been looking forward to. So the fact that it exceeded my expectations is I hope, heartening for you if you've also been looking forward to it, but also if it feels like something like Dan was saying that maybe you wouldn't connect to as much, you will. This is a very universally well-told story. So we need movies like this to make the money so that we can keep getting movies like this.
And this is coming out in a crush of other movies, Mortal Engines and Aquaman and Mary Poppins and Bumblebees, and I know there's a lot out there, but and we haven't seen the other ones. I hope the other ones are this good too. But
that would be
this
amazing.
one, that would be incredible if they were all this good. This one is worth your time and your money. 100% recommended.
It's worth
from me.
Sending that message with your dollars, which is, we want more of this, and that's the only way that message is going to be heard by the studios. So please go see the. How often do we do this?
We don't
make it.
How often do we beg you to go see a movie? Usually we're like, if you like this, go check it out. Go see this movie.
for us, for
Yeah.
the world,
For Spider-Man.
for creativity, for Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. All right.
That's it. Go see it.
We'll be
It's
back with
great.
the other movie reviews.
Yeah, so many more.
Yeah. But we'll continue to tell you.
We'll continue. Yeah, we might plug this one in all of our other reviews, depending on how good the other movies are.
You have your bar set, Mortal Engines.
Exactly. The bar is set pretty high for all the other holiday movies because this one's really, really good. So I hope everyone else somehow retroactively ups their game to
Yeah.
match this one because this is a great start to the Christmas movie going
The Christmas crush.
Yeah, definitely.
We will be back with many more reviews to come.
Yeah. See you next time.